Don't feel guilty, we all have one. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 guilty pleasure movies.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're looking at movies that were panned by critics, but still enjoyed by audiences, whether they want to admit it or not. Number 10, Magic Mike XXL. The title promised that this sequel was going to be bigger and better than the original, but critics disagreed. However, audiences still loved this second installment of the Channing Tatum-driven film franchise about male strippers. Seeing how Hollywood has a long and sordid history with over-sexualizing women in movies, ladies shouldn't feel quite so guilty about indulging in watching a group of six-packed men strip down in an impeccably choreographed, climactic showcase. One that'll send you home with a big, goofy grin on your face.
Between your legs, loud and clear. I wanna talk back to her, but not to her. I wanna hear you scream at me.
Number 9, Space Jam.
Hey, nice playing with you.
Very smooth.
She's obviously nuts about me.
Obviously.
This classic 90s flick combines the real world with the toon world when Bugs Bunny calls on basketball legend Michael Jordan to help him and his toon friends win a high-stakes basketball game. The Looney Tunes, Michael Jordan, and evil aliens all wrapped up into a basketball game? What's not to like? Everything you loved about this movie as a kid still holds up when you rewatch it as an adult, assuming you don't take the story that seriously. Don't let any jaded critics tell you differently.
We're the monsters. M-O-N...
Let's see what you got, chump.
I don't play basketball anymore.
I don't play basketball.
Number 8, Deep Blue Sea. Most monster flicks are either great or terrible. This one is so bad, it's good.
Yes.
A group of scientists are tormented by one of the world's deadliest predators when their super smart experimental shark gets loose.
Was that a goddamn shark broke through that door?
I expect so.
You expect so? Huh. Well. Am I the only asshole down here who thinks that a tad bit odd?
As their underwater lab is sinking, they race to the surface to escape. The dialogue is absolutely cheesy, and the plot is full of holes, but this movie is a seriously fun ride from beginning to end.
We're going to pull together, and we're going to find a way to get out of here. First, we're going to seal off this...
LL Cool J battling a super intelligent shark with his cross, chef skills, and parrot is just about the most badass thing ever.
You ate my bird.
Number 7, What a Girl Wants. If you grew up watching All That and The Amanda Show, you probably still love this funny Amanda Bynes flick. Critics might not have been fans of the campy dialogue or Daphne's overdramatic antics as she tries to reunite with her long-lost father, but audiences have a soft spot in their hearts for this one. The nostalgia alone is enough to keep you captivated. If you're feeling a little down and want to watch a happily ever after fairy tale with a contemporary twist, this is a movie for you. Number 6, Twilight.
You better hold on tight, Spider Monkey.
High school, vampires, forbidden love, it's like every guilty pleasure rolled up into one movie. And you're not alone in enjoying Twilight.
Say it.
Vampire.
This vampire romance adapted from the young adult book series was widely adored by fans in spite of its uneven critical response.
No. How? I don't even know what you're saying. How? What are you talking about? You want me to go away? I can't. No, I can't. I can't just leave you.
This movie is admittedly chock full of stale acting and contrived dialogue, but viewers fell irrevocably in love with Twilight nonetheless. The film raked in so much money that the rest of the book series was inevitably adapted to the screen, making for a whole film franchise of guilty pleasures. Number 5. Hook.
What do you want, old man?
Just you.
We're not sure why you'd feel guilty about liking this one, as it's a Robin Williams classic. But with not even 30% on Rotten Tomatoes, clearly the critics didn't love it as much as we did. This unique take on the tale of Peter Pan tells the story of a grown-up Peter returning to Neverland.
That ain't Peter Pan. He's fat.
Ironically, all the kids who watched the original Disney flick in 1953 were fully grown adults by the time this incarnation of the story came out. Much like how Peter grows up and forgets what it was like to be a kid, this movie allows audiences to reconnect with their youth and have one more adventure.
What fun we'll have again. What times. What great games.
Number 4. The Hot Chick. Not every film is a revolutionary work of art that makes you think about the meaning of life. Some are just pure escapism, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Shake your face. Watch yourself. Shake your face. Show me what you want. Shake your face. Watch yourself. Shake your face. Show me what you want.
The Hot Chick is a teen comedy crossed with a body swap flick. When mean girl Jessica Spencer, played by Rachel McAdams, gets her hands on some cursed earrings, she finds herself trapped in Rob Schneider's body.
It's me! Jessica!
It may not be a cinematic masterpiece, but if you're looking for some immature, stupid humor to give you a few laughs, this film is perfect.
A lot of people don't realize this, but you can put your weed in there.
Number 3. White Chicks.
Oh my God, you want to talk about mothers? Oh, you want to talk about mothers?
This film is a classic millennial guilty pleasure. The younger Wayans brothers are at their finest with this over-the-top cross-dressing comedy. Granted, the disguises are ridiculous and the plot is completely far-fetched, but we'd be lying if we said the film didn't have its fair share of hilarious gags. Who could forget the amazing out-of-nowhere dance-off or Terry Crews singing 1,000 Miles?
'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you tonight.
The critics might have thought that this movie was a lowbrow waste of time, but an entire generation of viewers begs to differ.
Let's kick it old school.
Number 2. Spice World.
We're the Spice Girls, yes indeed. Just girl power is all we need. We know how we got this far. Strength and courage in a wonder bra.
We think the musical director put it best when he said, "Okay girls, that was absolutely perfect," without really being any good at all. That quote sums up this movie pretty succinctly. This film is reminiscent of the Beatles movies, with the Spice Girls finding themselves facing hilarious obstacles and wild adventures on their way to perform a big concert in London's Royal Albert Hall.
Yes. I'm really sorry, but they're all sold out.
The changing room montage where they swap outfits and even personas is unforgettable.
I'm just too posh.
When a Liverpool gonna win the cup, like, eh?
Are we finished yet?
Blah, 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 girl power.
This wonderfully silly movie is a guilty pleasure for any Spice Girls fan. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Alex, get the shotgun!
I can't believe this. I've imagined this moment since I first saw you. Your eyes, your lips, your body.
You are so bajiggity.
They look real.
Oh, thank you. You can touch it if you want to.
No.
Touch it. She likes it.
That's fine, go ahead. You guys real, huh?
Number 1. The Room.
It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Written, directed, produced by, and starring Tommy Wiseau, this film is widely acknowledged as one of the worst ever made.
You are lying. I never hit you. You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
And yet, it has a cult following unlike any other. It's incredibly entertaining to watch how poorly written, acted, and executed this train wreck is.
Stop it! I kill you, you bastard! kill me if you tried. You betrayed me. You're not good. You're just a chicken. Chip, 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 chip.
This film is so infamous, it even inspired a book written by one of its actors, appropriately named The Disaster Artist, which in turn inspired a film of the same name. Both the book and that film are award-winning works. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.